content with Miles Morales is like standalone, but I think they said it comes with a remaster version of the original. I think. Oh, they're not gonna pull off 8K 60 hertz on the PS4, PS5. Not for anything that looks graphically demanding. There's no way. The potential there is the output. If it's in 1080, I could see it pulling 120 FPS, Mondo, but that'd be like an option. Like, there's no way they're going to be pushing both those high ends at the same time. Similar in scope to Lost Legacy, I see. Good. In it too. Yeah, that's what I heard, Bookfest, but I'm not sure. Without ray tracing, but everybody wants ray tracing. Honestly, for me, I couldn't give a shit less if they just got rid of ray tracing. I think it's just a waste of extra power. Like, yeah, it makes a difference, but like the cheat techniques they used in like Spider-Man 2018 to give it real-world lighting appearance without actual ray tracing, it uses like 10% of the power of ray tracing, and it gives you like 90% of the quality as a result. Like, to me, that's a little bit better bang for your buck. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what I heard, Kurt, man, was it was combined with a remaster of the OG 2018 game. But, like, without extra cost. They just wanted to be able to kind of test out their engine and ramp it up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I don't agree with how much power ray tracing uses to try to justify that. Now, I do like what Sony's doing because they're using ray tracing for audio as well, for the 3D audio engine. So you'll have, like, realistic sounding audio with the lighting. So that's a little more, like, juice out of it, but they're still using a ton of power to do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. I just don't feel like it's, you know. Oh, I heard about those two modes. Yeah, so what I heard, Mondo, from somebody was that, that it was 30 FPS at the conference, but they should have a performance mode for 60 FPS as well. So, yeah. The audio physics thing, yeah, they're using their physics chipset through a ray tracing like software as well. So, yeah. 4K 60. From what I heard, it was going to be 1080 60 or 4K 30. Yeah, 4K 30 with ray tracing and 1080 60.
They were driven forward by Kratos.
Reaper with the 16-month in a row resubscription. Thanks so much, man. RTX emote. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure they're trying to, like, the whole big thing with ray tracing, it seems like ray tracing is going to be pushed on every title almost, like, no way to turn it off. I could be wrong, though, but that's what I've been told so far. So it'll be 1080 60 in ray tracing or 4K 30 with ray tracing. But it's hard to say. Now, these early games are still not nearly as optimized as they could be, though, for the PS5, because nobody knew what the PS5's tech was beforehand. Yeah, we haven't seen actual gameplay footage. The gameplay, though. Oh, I did check out those pictures, dude. Those pictures, I thought there was, you know, those pictures we had. I guess those aren't concept arts, dude. Those are still frames of the game. So that's what the game looks like in game. They might have free floated the camera, but that's, I guess, what the game looks like. Oh, get this, Mondo. You've been asking about the 1440p options, right? Last of Us 2, PS4 Pro, is 1440p, 30 FPS locked with HDR. So Sony is going into the 1440p option direction, I guess. That's one of their first titles that's going to really push that as like a thing. Yeah, what they're doing with that title, Mondo, is they're doing native 1440p. And then they're doing a 4K upscale, I think. So that way you can output to any screen basically, and you'll get the 1440p quality at the upscaled res or whatever. Already have that 2.1? Yes, sir. A low-end 4K display. Yeah, I feel you on that one. But yeah, I think ray tracing is cool, but sometimes they do things that just use way more power than necessary. You know what I mean? It's like putting high-res textures into a game that's running like 720 or something. It makes no logical sense. Like doing weird shit like that to try to help things. It's like it's not worth the extra power. Like that's one of the reasons that like, you know, the Surge's stuff looks as good as it does. Is they knew that high-res textures aren't going to add that level of detail benefit to the power required. You know what I mean, for like the console version. So they kept it to looking. They optimized it to look super clean on console, without the need of wasting that power. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, GT, that's getting pushed a ton still, dude. That's like early in.
Sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me.
It was almost native, yeah. They have a really good engine though, dude. I'm impressed by their game engine. Because it's an engine in the industry that never gets talked about. You know what I mean? Without losing vividness. Yeah, that'd be cool, but like that's the thing. They're marketing the potential of these systems, but they're not going to be hitting both those marks. Thank you for the GGs, guys. Like, I mean, I'm pro console as it is, but they're not going to hit both marks at the same time. That's not going to happen. People are thinking so, but it's just not going to happen. There's no way you're going to see like, because like the consoles, I'm not sure if the Series X can push 8K, but I know PS5 can push 8K. But you're not going to see games running like 60 FPS in 8K or 120 FPS in 8K or anything like that. It's not even going to be close. Like, you might see a game like 30 FPS in 8K, maybe, if it's like a lower end game. But mainly it's going to be for like the potential output for like streaming purposes, if Netflix ups their stuff and things like that for the end of the generation, or if like it's a lower graphical demanding game they want to have, you know what I mean, or something like that, or a game that doesn't require a high Twitch response, you know. And then you might see like maybe up to 4K 60. GT Sport, or not GT Sport, but GT might hit 4K 120 maybe, but yeah. Oh, they'll definitely be hitting 1080 60. That should be fine. Native 4K 60 FPS shouldn't be a problem. Just don't expect native 4K 120. You know what I mean? Like, because like I said, they're using a lot of extra power on this ray tracing and other things, so they're eating a lot of it. How? This thing's freaking range is just so trashy, dude. Like, I was almost against the wall and I still whiffed it. The ones that are patched, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty solid, dude. Freaking range on this weapon, dude. It's such a potato sometimes, man. Way too big for your room, yeah. I still think it's goofy that so many people are in denial about the SSD stuff, to not understand like the potential, like how major, like the developers are straight up saying like, yo, this is one of the biggest things like in gaming to occur, and like all the people are like, nah, dude, it's not true. All the developers are just making that shit up. Like, the guys that are professionals that make the video games clearly are incorrect, guys. They have no experience on the matter at all.
You are a skilled hunter. Which is why I must stop you.
With larger hard drive? I don't think so, Mondo. Because Sony wants to be able to push a cheaper price point as well and have that option. Because, like, at the end of the previous generation or, like, this generation, like, certain low hard drive space or digital only, like certain like ways to have a cheaper model, even if it wasn't quite as convenient, was pushing mass numbers. You know what I mean? Nah, I wouldn't be worried about that piece of shit if I was them. I think it'd be goofy to even worry about that console. If it's as weak as they say it is, I would not worry about that at all. Which is massive. Oh yeah, it's huge, Kurt. But it's still going to be a bigger deal on console than it's going to be on PC for at least like the entire generation, because the difference in utilization is massively different. That's the thing that people don't get. You know what I mean? What have you missed? Ah, nothing, I don't think. What console? PS5. The difference in utilization is huge. Oh, the piece of shit, the Scarlet. The Scarlet's their lower end model. Microsoft's making 2 systems for next gen. One's the Series X, one's like the Scarlet, which is probably gonna be like Series Y or something like that. And it's like a really low powered thing. It's supposed to like just be like a 1080-60 or a 1080-30 kind of deal. It's rumored to be like 4 to 6 teraflops, which is weaker than the freaking Xbox One X. It's just newer hardware is all. Makes legit no sense. Yeah, it's basically PS4 Pro with a better CPU. Yeah. But anyway, the SSD like stuff, if developers code is that for to make that a requirement for the game, it's gonna be way different on console because everybody has one. So they can literally make the game require it. You know what I mean? They can literally make the game designed for like draw distances, texture pop in, loading, you know what I mean? Speed of gameplay, how fast you can move through a city in a rapid like open world environment. Gameplay with that SSD. But people don't realize how major that is. They're just assuming that all it's going to do is improve. Oh, well, we can just get it on PC in a couple years. It's like, no, you can't. Like, you can get the same speed, but it's not nearly the same thing. It's massively different. You know what I mean? Because developers can't require that on PC because the amount of people they're going to have, it's going to be like at most 10% of the audience. You know what I mean? Yeah, it looks a lot better on PS5, dude. Yeah, dude, I'm super stoked, man. People just... At least you understand, like, how major that is. Most people have no idea. They're just like, what, loading screens? Whoop-de-doo. SSDs can't improve frame rate. What are you talking about? It's like, if there's areas that have to load in additional data as you progress through a rapidly moving environment, which causes the game to stutter, yeah, it's pretty massive, all right? It's very noticeable, sir. You know what I mean? Like, people just don't get that. Like, all these people are like fanboying the PC side of things, saying like, oh, it's exactly the same. It all does loading screens. It doesn't even do anything. It's like, you clearly did not do your research. You know what I mean? Like, unacceptable, yeah. Oh, Bloodborne OG loading screens were horrible, dude. Kind of crazy? Oh, it's nuts, dude. And that's the thing also, like, people don't realize how fast these SSDs are that we're talking about. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I'll just get one for this version for my PC, and it's like, dude, it's that type of connection, but the speed isn't even remotely there. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the PS5's SSD is pushing over 9 gigs a second. Are you serious? Like, where are you getting that from? You know what I mean? Yeah, the loader for like 1 minute. It was so bad, dude. You could like go make a cup of coffee. Like, it was ridiculous. But we've never, like, that's the thing. Historically, we've never had the cost of the SSD for PC would cost an arm. Oh, yeah, for sure. They're saying that, like, the one for the PS5 is going to release for PC available probably in the next 6 to 12 months, like, at that speed. But it's going to be, like, $400 for, like, a 500 gig or something, or, like, $400 or $500, like, 500 gig. In terms of solid state, like, loading potential, yeah. And, like, optimization, yeah. Well, the Series X is right on par, I guess. The Series X is on par with like PC SSDs, but the PS5 is blowing them out of the water right now. Yeah, if you have the money, like once the parts come available, you can certainly buy that stuff, but you're gonna spend like stupid amounts. You know. But like right now, you can't even get that solid state drive. So like right now, the PS5 is leading that. You know what I mean? You know. Rip 980 Ti, yeah. Pre-order numbers. I don't think there's really many of pre-order numbers up right now, simply because of the fact that there's no price out there. But yeah, I've had a lot of people like get pissed off in stream about me discussing the SSD stuff because they're like in denial that it's going to make a difference. And now we have had a few developers say it's not going to make a difference, but the ones that said it's not going to make a difference, it's very funny who they might be. Okay, the major statement that said it wasn't going to make a difference so far was the developer for Ori, a Microsoft stuff on the Xbox, and it just so happens that the Series X's SSD is half the speed of the PS5's, right? And it just so happens the games they make basically wouldn't fucking require it anyways. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't make a difference. You know? I can grab one. Stoked that I can buy PS5 and have a system that is stronger. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, it's fair for that, Deb, but they didn't say it wouldn't make a difference for them. They said it wouldn't make a difference for anyone. Like, that's how you know it's some shit. They said it for any third party, anybody. They said it's not gonna make any difference. And it's like, yeah, because you're low ass end game. You know what I mean? Like, your game is gorgeous, bro, and it plays great, and the gameplay is legit, and everybody loves it. But you're not pushing the bar, dude. All right, so don't be fucking trying to apply that to everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I look at it. You know, like they're trying to take that experience and apply it to everybody. Killing me with this Ori talk. Well, they're acting like they're out there making like the most graphically demanding games ever. Like, well, you know, third-party developers and other, you know, except for major AAA exclusives, are not going to utilize any benefit whatsoever from the SSD and the PlayStation 5. It's like, all right, Microsoft exclusive, boy. You know what I mean? Like what the shit, dude? Most open world games are shit. I would agree with that. But I'm not big into open world games unless there's certain specific ones. Like I love like Jak and Daxter, God of War 2018, you know, Spider-Man 2018, Horizon Zero Dawn, you know what I mean? Like those are pretty much the open worlds I enjoy. I'm not like Fallout, no, not my thing. Elder Scrolls, not at all my thing. Kind of hope they would make it a big franchise considering the success of the VR Astrobot. Yeah. New Spider-Man. Oh, it looks gorgeous, dude. Those particle effects, man. You know, I would love to see a remake of Infamous 1 and 2 combined with like a remaster of Infamous Second Son as a PS5 collection. Using like the part. You know how insane the particle effects are going to be next generation if you optimize for that SSD? Dude, it's going to be ridiculous. Like the Infamous Second Son particle effects are nuts. But you know what you could do with that SSD, dude? Oh my god, dude. All the same formula. The traversal made fun? Yeah, for sure. On its issue, they affect you, your play and how you play. What? I think I missed your previous comment. What issue now? Yeah, I love Horizon Zero Dawn. It's one of my favorite games. To me, that's like an ideal open world game. That's like almost perfect. Like Jak and Daxter is like the most perfect, I'd say, but you know. I'm still really hoping that Sony comes back to Resistance and we get a Resistance remake trilogy collection that leads into like a Resistance 4 continuation. That would just be bomb, dude. Jak 2, best Jak. Second one is the release title PS5. See the they're just starting to proper remakes instead of lazy remake. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. But yeah, like it's so ground into people's let me see Bloodborne. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. For sure, man. It's so like driven into people's brains that like PC automatically wins over console. That they don't even do research anymore to determine stuff. Like when I'm like, yeah, the SSD and the PS5 is faster than anything available on PC. They're just like, lol. Like they don't even like. I'm like, the data's right there, bro. Like it's not like it's private information. All right, like you can look at the numbers. It's literally right there. You know what I mean? But they literally like they're at that point where they're just not even gonna do the research. They're just like, no, I'm just gonna assume like that's just how it's gonna stay. It's how it's been. It's how it's gonna stay. You know what I mean? Hey, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. I'm trying to break that back leg, but it's just not breaking. Look how bad the damage is sometimes, dude. Like when I hit her hands and shit like that, sometimes it like doesn't even move her health bar. Someone donated $100 for fake info. Congrats, thank you. They admit it. That's goofy, dude. It's so goofy. Alright, we are allowing viscerals for shadows this time around. I'm not dealing with that shit. And we're gonna use the whatchamacallit sword form in final phase because it's just not worth it. Made an easy $100. I know, right? I do hear stuff from some peeps. Like I know some people, you know, some industry individuals where I get some information. But a lot of the information I can present is just based on some probability equations and, you know, statistics and shit like that. You know, like Darksiders 3, like I ran some numbers on before that was, well before it was announced, like a year before, 6 months before. It's on Matrix, and I stated on stream, I was like, within 6 months they're announcing that game. You know what I mean? Like you know. Did I know about that? Yeah. Well, I didn't like have 100%, but I had like a 90%. You know what I mean? Like I said before the event, Mondo will probably remember, but I said before the event, I was like, Blue Point's at the event. You know what I mean? Like before the conference. I was like, Blue Point's there. You know what I mean? Don't I prefer Ludwig Blade? Yeah, I do, but I've already done a no-hit with that. We're doing no-hits with every weapon. Because this game, yeah, man. Going to work until, that sucks, dude. Complete nonsense. Found a lot of exclusives. Yeah, there's a ton of games for sure, dude. But yeah, like I said beforehand, like Blue Point's at the event. Because everybody was like, no. I was like, dude, they're at the event. And like the most rumors and what I've heard points to Demon Souls. So it's like probable as hell. I was like Bloodborne Remaster at a launch event. Very, very not probable. But what's up, Cat? You want to get up here, buddy? Oh, you're spinning the chair around, Cat. Hang on, bud. Hang on. Okay, get up here. Hurry up. This dude's going to kill me. Come on. All right, lay down, buddy. He tried to hop in my lap from like the couch and it was spinning my chair. So I was trying to see what the hell I was doing. Love PS4, but before I buy PS4 as a PC gamer, gotcha. All the Dark Souls remasters besides Switch. Since it's a Sony thing, it wouldn't surprise me if Blue Point did it, but like that wasn't a priority title. Like I know like that people want to remaster, but the Demon Souls remake sales will be way higher because of that. Way higher ever than if they did a Bloodborne remaster. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would have been surprised as well, Kurt, man, if I didn't see it there. Like, I have heard some rumors of, you know, Bloodborne 2 stuff and some other things and, like, the potential of a remaster being debated, but I haven't heard any confirmation from my sources at the moment for a remaster. Possibility of a patch is more likely, maybe. Because that would push guaranteed sales without expense from the consumer standpoint, you know? No, Demon Souls won't be on PS4. Nope. Not at all. To pull that level of graphical detail, as well as having that many enemies, like Shadow Colossus looked amazing, but obviously it wasn't an enemy-heavy, AI-heavy, pathing-oriented game. You know what I mean? There's no way they'd be able to pull that off on PS4. Like, that shit would crash. Because you have a lot of complex AI being RNG factored all at the same time. You know what I mean? With that level of graphics, like, you're not getting that. There's no way. Yeah, I want to see the HUD as well, because the HUD is a big factor in how clean the game looks, honestly. You know, obviously it looks the most clean without the HUD on, but you want to be able to play the game, right? So it's like, how clean can you make it? Like for example, like Breath of the Wild looks like a cool game to me, but the whole HUD system and stamina setup is stupid. From my perspective, I think that like takes away a lot of the immersion of the game. Yeah, huge console seller, yep. Thinking of not buying the PS. I mean, you can wait for a while. It'll probably get a price drop after. I mean, it's going to be expensive at launch, but you can probably wait for a bit. Oh, you see those I don't know if those prices are legit, but Amazon, I think it was Amazon posted an EU like pre-order of like $4.99. I'm curious if those are accurate. Weapon breaking. For PS5, yeah. Yeah, Amazon France had it $4.99. Yeah. Like, I think that's a good guess, but I still don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a good guess. I know Sony's dropping a ton of money on the hardware of that damn thing now. Honestly, I'm worried about the Series X for cooling. Like, that thing's a dense box compared to, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can play PS4 games on PS5. Like, everybody's bitching about how big the PS5 is, but it's like, yeah, but at least that shit's gonna stay cool all the time and run at one temperature and stay, like, quiet. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a laptop. What, and run hot as fuck all the time? On a cooling plate. Ton of PS4 exclusives and even Switch games like Zelda and Mario listed on PC, Amazon France. Yeah, that's true. They've had a lot of like discredited stuff over the past 3 years. Looks great. Oh, the original Demon Souls? Yeah, but it won't look anything like the remake, you know what I mean? Chat's too active here. That's one thing that they haven't even factored in, Alex. They're talking about how powerful the Series X can be, but once it heats up, they have to bottleneck everything. So, like, if it does run hot at any point for like, mid to late generation, once they start pushing it, due to the form factor, it's going to bottleneck itself and slow down. It's going to lose, like, 30-40% of that power. You know what I mean? I'm very curious if it's going to be able to maintain, you know?
Farewell. Welcome.
And granted, both systems are big. The Series X isn't even small. It's just short, but it's actually fat as hell. Like, I don't know if you look how wide it is. It's a very fat system, but it's still, like, more condensed than the PS5 is. I'd rather, like, that's the thing. I can't complain about a system that, even if, like, I think it looks fine, but some people don't like the... Oh, yeah, PS5 is way taller. Yep. A lot of that's for airflow. There's actually intended spacing between the hardware components. You know what I mean? So, like, it pulls air through everything. Every game I can play on PC. That's very true. That's very true. Like Sony always does, yeah. It's necessary. What happened? Wait, what did I miss? Oh, shut up. What are you guys talking about? Oh, for chat moving too fast? Charging dock, nice.
Welcome home. Very well.
Yeah, pretty much, Mondo. Yeah.
Farewell.
Yeah, that's how I am as well, Matrix. I don't care about the looks. What I care about is efficiency. So, like, Microsoft's trying to be more sleek about it, and I think that's going to bite them in the ass. Like, it might not bite them in the ass up front, but there's no way they can test long-term duration use right now with that system. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. Like, so, like, in the long run, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? Like 700, that'd be pretty pricey. I don't mind going up to 600, but 700 is probably beyond what I'm going to go for. Like 600 is still very justifiable. But yeah. Year after release. But yeah, I'm happy with the way they made the console so big that like this like it's massive airflow through the whole thing. They'll undercut it. They already said like that's one of their main divisions and they will not lose. Like they said they're not gonna, you know what I mean. But Phil Spencer kind of said the same thing. Granted, he likes to talk, so. You cut out a huge amount. Although Sony did say they couldn't really get the parts, that's why it's limited number. So it might be overly expensive for the first 6 months, then get a massive price drop afterward, which wouldn't surprise me. Good luck with Shadows. Thank you. Month before launch, yeah. Smart move. Yeah, that's what they might do. Like, it would make sense. You know what I mean? Right. Then the early adopters, or those that need it up front, will pay whatever. And then drop it. Yeah, like, so I would do 6 months at maybe, like, 700. Even, yeah, it's probably 6 months at 700, then drop it to, like, 500. Leave it at 500 for, like, a year, maybe something like that, post the 6 month point, you know what I mean? And drop it to, like, 450 or 400. Yeah, that's true, Mondo. Oh yeah, the PS5 is gonna sell. Even if they, dude, they could drop that shit for $1,000. It'll sell out in like 10 minutes, anyways, if they wanted to. You know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't really matter exactly, Alex. It doesn't matter. You know, like look at what happened with the PS4. People were selling it for like $2,000 on eBay and shit. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yep, like 2K amount. That's exactly what happened with the PS4. It legit sold out. You know what I mean? Off to where I take it easy, bud. Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, the PS4 was sold out for months, dude. I had a launch version because I pre-ordered the day that the pre-orders came up. But it legit sold out for like the first like 8 months or something. Save my unemployment money for the PS5. Gotta do it, man. Susie, what's going on, dear? How you doing? We're almost there, Susie. We're 4 runs away from having a no-hit with every primary weapon in Bloodborne. Soul's history, baby. Soul's history. My God. I can't help it. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. What's on, Dead Flag? How you doing, dude? That wasn't that good of a Visceral. I wonder why. I have both. I have Visceral runes on. I have a ton of skill leveled up. I'm kind of surprised it was that low. Actually, no, that was pretty decent. That's only 2. Usually it takes like 4 Viscerals, I think, to get to his phase change. This time it'll be in 3, I think. So I guess I can't complain about that. Yeah, he's like right there on the verge of it. Doesn't stop. Yeah, we gotta grind it out, man. You gotta grind it out. Alright. Let's see here. Alex out here hustling. Aliens, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? Never saw the inside of a workshop? What's a little money anyhow, right? What's a little 4K purchase? No big deal. Damn it, dude. Shadows are on the dodge game today, guys. Ew. That's horrendous. Parasite, we still have a 1-hit PB with that run. That's just a pain in the ass. Damn it, dude. Stop dodging me, bro. Why, man? Hoping you grab one. Nice, dude. I would like to get one at launch, but if we don't, we don't. I've had one system at launch ever that I got for myself for my birthday. Well, technically two, a PS4 Pro and standard PS4, but yeah. The first one I had ever for at launch was standard PS4, and I got it for my birthday because it came out on my birthday. So I got it as my own gift to me. 'Cause I've never had a system at launch before. All my buddies that had like the money and shit did, and like you're all, you know, I always had to go to their house to play, and it was like, you know what? Fuck this, man. This time I'm putting myself first, bro. You know what I mean? That's how it went down. Nonsense about the game. Those bastards. How dare they? What are you talking about? Visceral scale off arcane. Wait, what is happening? Oh, you sons of bitches! Motherfucker, dude. you fucking dickhead, dude. I was about to get pissed. I taught you better than that, chat. You low-life sons of bitches. I was about to rage, dude. GG, thank you. Look how much less stamina this uses. What's goofy is like, so the hammer does like barely any more damage in this, but it uses like 5 times as much stamina. Dare you to try a combo? Oh, like the transform attack? I'd prefer to not die. GG, thank you. I'm still mad I had to use the one-hand mode, but it was just getting to be too much of a pain in my ass, honestly. It just was getting irritating. Oh, I gotta switch to stamina. Whoops, almost forgot. Where's my protein? Protein! Huh, huh, huh. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up. Last known survivor.
Very well.
Alright,
Farewell, good mate.
Doctor's prayer in the night. Rising up. Left on the shelves. Oh, they're both gonna. Everything's gonna sell out, dude. That thing's gonna just be gone in instant, like just minutes, dude. That's a great one. What's going on, Toes? Alright, sounds good, Mondo, man. Get some rest, dude. Yeah, I'm getting this version as well. Sony doesn't mess around with their Blu-ray players, dude. So like, that's gonna be the top tier 4K Blu-ray player in the market. Pretty much guaranteed. Yeah, but think about movies and stuff, dude. You know, I have my entire movie library I'd like to play. You know what I mean? So. I don't want to have like a billion systems set up so I can play movies. It's too much work. What am I doing right now? Oh, I'm going like this and putting this here, I guess. And then, maybe... That's fine for now. I'll switch it. Well, I can put throwing knives here. And I'll put fire paper on the other thing. Oh, for sure, dude. Definitely. Definitely a bad move. But I mean, digital has increased. Like the past 2 years on PlayStation, like I think it's been like one of the last year it went up to like 60% of the sales are digital now. 60%. It's broken. It's the first time ever it's broken the 50% portion. Yeah, it should be an option, not a replacement. I agree. Taking away consumer options is not good for selling points. What have you been up to? Is you still in here, Susie, by the way? I wasn't sure what you've been up to, dear. How things have been going, you know? Still here. Yeah, how have you been doing? Games one. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, make sure you guys follow up Susie. She's fantastic. Doing some just chatting. Oh, shit. Working and stuff. It was a job interview yesterday, but that I really don't know why. They sent me to? Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, they hook you up with job interviews over there? Like, they set you up with that kind of stuff? Dude, your place is legit. I'm moving in with Susie, guys. Not about you guys, but sounds like the game plan. Pork, what's up, buddy? You can see right there, guys, right there. I can go moving with Susie right there. That's how like the awesomest Twitch relationships are right there. People try to say that online friends aren't real friends. Get out of here with that shit, man. Oh. Getting hit him square on the booty. Can I move in with you? Be like a house cat. Been away. Well, yeah, you've been away. We'll just say you've been away. I guess we'll leave it at that. I'll let you rub my belly, but scratch you when you do. You bastard. You're supposed to purr and nuzzle me. Accepting all viewers into his home. Nah, Susie is awesome, though. You guys definitely got to follow her up. Only mods. What's it? Get out of here, dude. Hob viewers. Full-time job, and they are trying to push me into work again instead of doing what they were supposed to do, which is take me to disability. Sneaky bastards. Ah, that's no good. That's no good. Well, my back and neck issues, I'm still debating going in that direction. I don't want to, but if I have to, I have to. Laying the hammer on these bitches. I wish we had a fly swatter weapon. See, if mods were okay, so if it's on PC, that would be cool to have like a giant fly swatter that took the stats of like one of these weapons, you know? And you could just like flatten things. Shit in his litter box. The tray in the fridge, Jesus. Well, the hitbox isn't only along the ground, Alex. Those spiders don't have a hitbox in the air. I've like swung weapons. Sometimes you can hit it, but most time you can't. Like I've legit swung weapons through them mid-jump, and nothing happens. Yeah, it happens sometimes, but it's not consistent. It's like it's almost like the hitbox flickers or something. Always missed. Yeah, but I've hit stuff up. It depends. The ground has to go up, though. That's what you have to understand. Like, it can go up, but it has to go up with an elevated surface. So, like, if you go to the Dream, you can make the town just go up in the air over the tombstones. Does that make sense? So it has to follow, like, pathing. Oh, yeah, the spiders can kind of jump over it. But I've also swung weapons right through them as well in the air, so it's like it's a tough test, you know what I mean? I've also shot a spider with a fucking cannon when he was in the air. And it exploded and didn't do anything. That shit pissed me off. Yeah, double stagger, get wrecked, bitch. Ah! What's going on, Kata? Send a whisper? Oh, I'll have to check it out, dude. K-Dub sending me them whispers, guys. Yeah, I know you're jealous. I know you're jealous. You want those K-Dub whispers. Oh, yeah, that's what somebody else was telling me about that as well. I've got to add that command because I guess they made it so the refresh doesn't count anymore, so you have to remove the little raid thing. Yeah, that's a good point, K-Dub. Because I added that command, but I guess it doesn't work. But remember, like, when they first did it, it did work. Like, when you used to refresh, it would fix it. Now it's just like, nope. But yeah, that would help out a ton because my average is well over 75, but my partner average is like 46 because of that, which is goofy. Where's the lady? Lady! When I'm with you. Yeah, that's a good idea, Alex. I'll just have them click on my regular page link, then they'll come here normally. That's a good idea. Yo, what the hell, dude? What is going... Guys, where is she, dude? That's the wall. Where is she, dude? I got stood up, yeah, man. Oh, there she is. She's like 18 miles away. I'm coming for you, lady. Whether you like it or not. Creeper alert. And thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, she is super hard to see, but sometimes she actually deloads too because of draw distance issues. Because FromSoft likes to loves to mess with the draw distances on goofy things. I got stood up by the Lady of the Lake. You guys ever watch Merlin with Sam Neill? The miniseries? There's the Lady of the Lake. Sam Neill is the man, by the way. If you don't like Sam Neill, well then, like, fuck you, I guess. Like, Sam Neill's fantastic. K-Dub struggling on Bloodborne. What kind of nightmare is this? That doesn't even compute. I don't think it's possible. Unless he's doing like the most insane meme run ever. Like what run is he doing? Fist of Gradia, but he's only using his bare hand on the other hand and doing charge R2 only. And Excalibur, yeah. Oh, Alex used that other shout-out command. Yeah, Alex has a specific shout-out command that, like, makes fun of people. Makes him feel better about life. So we allow it, you know. We humor the notion.
Farewell.
Yeah, dude, it was really bad. It was way worse. It was way worse. I made him fix it like a bunch. I was like, nah, dude, you can't say that shit to people. It was terrible, dude. It was so bad. I was like, that's just rude, dude. What are you doing, man? Like, you can't do that to people. Get out of here, dude. Turn on Fox, hey, buddy. Can we get a shot for Fox, by the way? Good friend of mine. Let's see here. Punchito. Struggling to beat Bloodborne. Okay. Did I split for ROM yet? Nope. Okay. Capture card scrapping out controller design. Game's kicking my ass. First world fucking problems, man. Gotta go to a freaking psychiatrist to sort this shit out. Imagine if you went to like a professional psychiatrist meeting and they're like, so what seems to be the problem, you know? And you're like, the fucking O button's not working. The bosses have too much HP. I can't take it anymore, man. There's no easy mode. I can't do it. Can't do it. Ludwig gave me PTSD. You gotta help me out, Doc. That's not true. Ludwig I really enjoyed. Yeah, Ludwig's fantastic. Oh yeah, if you buff, you just melt that boss, dude. Exactly, Bloodborne's easy mode, dude. Boom! Drop the hammer on him. Wasn't even ready, dude. I hate that delay. That was a really bad delay. That was one where I couldn't even make the rotation because I would have got sniped out. So I had to like go hard wide on it. What you meant to do? This face is scary. Yeah, that face is no joke, dude. That's why like people I always crack up when people say that Gale was like more insane than Orphan, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think you had the full experience of that fight yet. Because, like, Orphan is speedy, boy, man. He's, in Final Phase, he is moving, dude. He is on the move, man. Yeah, but you were probably better at souls when you fought Orphan, I'm assuming, right? I had way more issues with Orphan, but I was way worse at souls then. Yeah, way more telegraph for sure. Fought Orphan first. That's interesting. I see. Gale, my first playthrough took me like 20 minutes. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. Still a good amount of time. Yeah, he's tough, dude. He's a serious boss, man. He's a beast. But yeah, my first playthrough with DS3, Gale took me like 20 minutes. I spent more time messing with Nameless than I did Gale. Mainly because Nameless hits like a truck. Hello? That was weird. Did he just like give up on life? Is she dead? Did she die? I don't think she died. Did she die? Yeah, she's gotta be dead. I want to use this two-hand a little bit more, you know? Haven't used it quite enough yet. Wait, what? How did... Is there a high stagger up, like a critical on top of the arm? Did you see that? The first hit broke that arm, and I hit him up top, like on the angle. Is there like a weird different stagger amount for the upper part of that leg? I've never hit it up there before like that, but that just insta broke it, like on the first hit. I hit like the joint, like way up top, like wrecked him in the shoulder or whatever. I don't know. I've never done that. That was weird. Like I know I had full pellet by then, but it took me 3 or 4 hits to break the other one, so full pellet wouldn't make that much of a difference. You know what I mean? That was I don't know. Wrecked him in the shoulder, yeah, dude. It was just insta break. Would be interesting to watch what back now? What are you talking about? Oh, my first DS3 playthrough. I didn't highlight that stuff. But yeah, Nameless I was on for way longer than probably any other boss in the game. Just because I had a great sword and a guts build, so I was clunky rolling and slow as hell, and I didn't know the tells yet. So I was just swinging like, and he decided to just mush me into the floor. Constant stream of diarrhea. Yeah, that was like really... I've never seen that either. That was an instant break. There must be some kind of a weird higher up critical standpoint there. So I don't know what it was. I don't know. Like, I hit him hard and all, but not like... I didn't hit him that damn hard. That was like charge R2 levels of insta break. No, I broke the butt beforehand. Yeah, bro, look at the stagger. I got the butt broke on the first hit because I had... That made sense because I had pellet. Because you can break the gut in 2 R1s without pellet with a heavy set. So, like, that next hit was literally... I broke the butt, and then I kept swinging. I did 1 extra swing on the butt, I think. Maybe, yeah, maybe one of them did a high-up damage. Maybe the damage borked out because of the hitbox, and it did splash across the side or something. I don't know. It's possible, I guess. You know, I can't discredit that. There's a possibility.
Farewell.
I've just never been able to, from the butt, hit the leg, like, from that far back. You know what I mean? But this does have a weird splash on it, so maybe some of the pings were just splashing over. I don't know. Don't want to go to work. You got to call in, Suze. You got to stay here with me. Oh, I don't need the other. I'll put on frenzy now. Now we'll just get rid of the build-up. Sorry, because last time I ran into Mensis with the build-up, like, still chilling from the half a bar. This guy, Lethal, I can't go to work today, so... Oh, well, exactly. That's what you got to do. Just, like, he's clearly the authority on this matter, so I'm going to have to call out today. Sorry. Oh, I didn't restock my bone marrow? What a dummy I am. Oh, well. Miko will be a little slower. Oh, I was trying to YOLO the no damage, but we still took a ping there. Oh, it's going to be expensive for sure. But keep in mind, to them, anything over $400 is considered, like, super high-end expensive. Whereas, like, Microsoft was totally fine with launching the last Xbox at $500. And they said that was value. Or they said that was, like, cheap. You know what I mean? So, like, that gives us some leeway on what it could be. You know what I mean? But I'm still pretty sure it's going to be high for the first 6 months. Like, that's what it sounds like. You know what I mean? And then it's going to drop substantially. But I don't blame them if it's costing them, like, twice as much to get parts. You know what I mean? Cheap compared to a PC, yeah. But was it, though? Seems $100 of that cost was a freaking Kinect sensor that has nothing to do with anything on a PC that you'd have to buy. You know what I mean? Like, $500 was definitely getting you a lot closer to a PC at that point in time than a $400 PS4. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they got rid of it, but at first it was $500 because of the Kinect. So that price they were saying was cheap compared to a PC wasn't really, seeing how you're paying $100 on some shit you didn't need. You know what I mean? When we were allowed to open up all the bars here again, I was surprised that we didn't reopen until 3. Dude, that's so late. My coworker was like, "We've always opened at 3." And you're like, "Oh, nice." Second swing on the left. Did extra damage after breaking it, so must have registered on the leg, even though it didn't. Look, I see. Yeah, I guess it's possible then. What's going on, Stella? Blaze, what's up, buddy? Yeah, they're trying to make so you couldn't land games, which is some also nonsense as well, dude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're not doing that again. I thought it would kill him. I was mistaken. So we're not doing that. That's stupid. Okay. None of that nonsense. Okay, the fact that a Charge R2 doesn't kill him. Miko, stop, man. Just shut up. Every time that happens, I get so angry about this game, dude. Because it's such a dumb mechanic. I don't care what anybody says. It's so stupid. Okay, controller, stop doing that.
Ah, of course.
Yeah. Stop talking. Okay. It wouldn't lock on. That was weird. Whoa. Oh, I only get 2 with this one. I was gonna say we're gonna delete the first phase, but then I only got 2. That sucked. Well, that's one of my newer strats I do. That's pretty funny. It just breaks him. He gets all confused. Freaks out. Usually you get 3, but I guess the damage output or the stagger is so big with this, it just did 2. Some weapons I get 4, but I mean, I was hoping to get 3 with this because it would have deleted the entirety of first phase. Should have been hilarious. That was a risk, by the way. I didn't know if I could land a charge R2 or not. I just kind of YOLO'd it. And I'm pretty sure he could have landed an auger there if he wanted to. Like, I'm fairly certain he could have augured the shit out of me in that opening if he wanted. Yeah, that's a good prep, honestly. That's a really good prep. Since I got him right after the poison to the next phase, that's a great... No, I'm not going to do a plunge because I might mess it up. I might bounce the damn... I've done it with the Kirk before and bounced it off the ceiling on accident. Like when I rolled forward and swung, I bounced it off that damn thing. Boing! And like nothing happens. Plunge in the cage. Plunge in the cage is a horrible idea. He can still do an AoE. Even if you get the plunge, it doesn't always cancel the AoE. So, like, you'll get a heavy fall, and he'll hop up before you, even though you plunged him, and then the AoE will just go off. Like, sometimes if it queues, it just doesn't stop. You can stop it most of the time, but not all the time. Still encouraging it. Oh, what the hell am I doing? Oops. It's hard to say. Like, I don't know if they're really encouraging it. Like, that's some of the stuff they showed so far, but none of that stuff was even remotely ready to launch. You know what I mean? So they were just kind of showing the gist of it. A lot of stuff will be cranked up for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like 60 FPS should definitely, in most games, should have options as well. So 60 FPS should be an option in almost every game. I'll prep him to one shot and do it. I could do something like that probably. Although I've had the Call Beyond go off after I've killed him before, just as a heads up. So, like I plunge killed him when he when he queued the Call Beyond and it continued. Yeah, 60 FPS is definitely a better improvement than resolution. I don't get the argument on resolution too much. I think people are going nuts about it too much. If I had refilled my bone marrow, he'd been dead already, but I forgot to refill it before the fight. With no movement, yeah, it's true. Or like subtle movement, like I want Diablo to be like 8K. Enough prep. Oh, you really want me to do it? If I miss, it might be a rip around though. I'm just giving you a heads up. It might be over if I miss. Okay. For encouraging rip runs. But yeah, see how much difference it made just allowing the, because I still use two-hand mode on Amelia, but it's just allowing the parries on Shadows. This is the first run I've allowed parries on Shadows. You know what I mean? If anything goes wrong on Nurse, he's dead anyway. What do you mean? Nah, stuff can go wrong as long as I don't get hit. Like, you just can't go severely wrong, you know what I mean? But it can go somewhat wrong. Oh, I passed it already, didn't I? Yeah. Why would I do a charge R2? For fun? You risk runs too much in your runs, I think, honestly. The objective isn't to be like a YOLO. You know what I mean? The objective is to have the skills to do it consistently. At least for me, anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, I do stuff that's fun, like, in runs, that's, like, risky, but it's still at least 90% consistent at that level, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to push it to where it goes below that, you know? What's nice about the Kirk, though, is it builds up really good pellet even with R1, so I don't have to worry about it. I can just do R1s. There's a skill set to YOLO? No, there's not. If it's 100% skill, it's not a YOLO. It's just what appears to be risky to somebody else. You know what I mean? If it's true, it's YOLO. If it's true YOLO. True YOLO, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's not consistent. True YOLO has no consistency. If there's any kind of consistency, it's not true YOLO. That's the difference of what I'm saying. That's where the misunderstanding is sitting. You know what I mean? A true YOLO is using no tactic and what you're just going at it. Like, you're just going to, like, hit the boss till it dies regardless what happens. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, YOLO no-hit strat, like, is more, you know what I mean? You can have, like, a pure skill progression. You know what I mean? You know. That damage kind of sucked, by the way. There we go. When the pelt gets up, it should be way better. But yeah, like, there's a difference of what looks like YOLO and what is YOLO. Like, this people, like, the way I fight nerfs, people say is, like, inconsistent as fuck. You know what I mean? But it's not that it's inconsistent, it's just that you have to know how to do it this way. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, shit can still go wrong, don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, well within the control of the player. It just seems kind of bright today. It's like bothering my eyes some. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. They're gonna be pre-ordering the hell out of that damn thing to make money. Thanks for GG's, guys. Another one down. Let's play some tunes.
Another run bites the dust, and another run gone, and another run gone, another run bites the dust.
Yeah, I read it properly. Yeah, I saw it. What's your point? That's why they're going to be doing the pre-orders. Like, that's the whole point. Like, that's the justification, because that's what's going to keep them in business. They get that money. You know what I mean? This one's a lot of companies survive on money that's, you know what I mean? It's kind of Rumza. A lot of companies survive on money that's like gotten early. Like, they haven't even provided the product yet, but the money's there, so they spend that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a sad thing to roll that way, but that's just some companies do it, you know? No DLC. These are any percent runs. Still waiting. Oh, but they're doing horrible, dude. They've closed a lot of stores. They've had a lot of issues in this. Like in some of the states, like like on the East Coast, there was multiple states. They almost got fined because they refused to close for the COVID stuff. They said that they were like that they were a necessity type business, which I mean they're a necessity in the sense that people inside need something to do or they're gonna lose their damn minds. But you can do online stuff. You know what I mean? They didn't have to be open in store. But yeah, like